Hi guys, we're going to have a very, very special week. Another week of the Vessel of Love. We have 4 weeks like this every year, and now we are in the summer's vessel. The summer's vessel is with the sun in the gate of the extremes, 15th gate. We can see here how the vessel divides every quarter into 2 parts. The first part of every quarter is the quarter before love, and then the part before love, and then we have the second half of the quarter with the flavor of the love. So the quarter of civilization will have now the flavor of the love of humanity. So, in a few hours, we are going to enter, the sun and the earth are going to enter these 2 gates, the 15th gate and the 10th gate. The 15th gate is the love of humanity. It is called modesty, the quality of behavior which expresses the proper balance between extremes. And yes, this is the gate of extremes. And as I experienced this gate throughout my life, I really have periods of different rhythms. This is part of the channel of rhythm. Sometimes I'm very, very full of things to do, and the rhythm is very intensive. And then it might change to a period of time that everything will be very quiet, and I will have time to rest and to reflect. I mean, it's very interesting the way it happens. And of course, it's also, especially if it's in the cross, it has an expression in an extreme personality in some aspects of life. And it's interesting to see that I've noticed that only, I think in the last year, I could really feel this balance between the extremes that started happening. And it's interesting to see that I'm still radical in everything, but on the other hand, I'm also less going from extreme to extreme. It's interesting. I can't really put it into words, but it is it is getting closer and closer to the balance between extremes. It's also interesting to look at this gate as a logical gate of love. And yes, love of humanity. Humanity is, if we look at the collective, yes, this is part of the collective circuitry. It's about really looking at humanity and watching all the different flows and rhythms and extremes that humanity is made of. Humanity is made of all kind of rhythms, all kind of extremes, all kind of behaviors, all kind of colors, everything. And between the black and the white, there are all kind of colors in between. And humanity is built of this huge puzzle, and each of the pieces is important. The puzzle will never be complete without every piece in it. So I think that love of humanity is actually accepting this variety and trying to bring this variety into a flow that works. This is the pattern that we are looking for in this logical gate. And it's, of course, also hate of humanity. It's not easy to love humanity the way it is, the way it displays itself in this world. And it's exactly as it's not easy to love being in the world as it looks and feels this for us. But these 2 gates are part of the vessel. So the lesson of the vessel is to love being in the world and is to love humanity the way it is. And of course, it all begins with us. If we accept ourselves and we stop fighting who we are, and human design gives us the tools for that. So if we do that, if we do this, then we can slowly but surely accept the extremes, accept the world as it is, and remember that everything is a reflection of us. And if we really love ourselves, and this is really the lesson, you come to this lesson from every direction, every aspect you look at life. If we accept that, then we can look at humanity and feel the balance between the extremes. It's interesting. About the 15th gate, one more interesting thing is, of course, this is the gate of the aura, and it magnetizes the aura of these people, magnetizes everyone and everything into it. These people have a big, very big aura. I know for me, it's very difficult to sleep when somebody is in my aura, and my aura is big, so I need a lot of space so I will be able to sleep. It's a pentagate, and in the penta, it actually is responsible for keeping everybody together, magnetizing all the other parts of the penta. Interesting gate. And the 10th gate, of course, self-love. So we are talking about the underlying code of behavior which ensures successful interaction despite circumstances. This is a role gate. We talked about this gate. It's a very interesting gate, very powerful integration gate that really is looking for self-empowerment. And, it's interesting because in the Gene Keys, the 10th gate is described with a lesson which is so, I just experienced this now, and I look at it and it opened my eyes after I needed a few times in the experiment to be able to look at this thing in the eye. Richard talks there about the lesson of opening oneself to real love, to others, to accept others and let them in. And the 10th gate have this fear that it would lose its individuality if it does that. And it is because it is part of the vessel of life, and that's what I see from the whole thing, because Richard doesn't talk about the human design aspect, but of course the 10th gate is part of the vessel of love, and the vessel of love is a very loving essence, very loving quality. All the gates are very loving, so this really is a distraction. You can't really feel, you can't really see that one doesn't open oneself to others. You feel all the love and you can be misled. And as a 10th gate personality sun, I know this because I know that it distracted me from seeing it, and of course distracted others from seeing it. But when I sat back in the back, I leaned back in the back seat and I started watching what's going on in my life. I could see and I could feel, especially in the last year, that there was this fear and there was this block that didn't let anyone really come in. They came in until a certain point, and when that is slowly opening, I can really see the lesson of being more and more open and understanding that this is not going to take away my individuality. So I share this with you because we have a week with this gate, and I'm sure that, when the neutrinos are bombarding us with this, it's something we need to look at, and it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to look at this self-empowerment that can be self-obsessed, as Richard Rudd says, or turn to this naturalness and accepting as it could be when it's in the gift phase. And of course, we have this and that, and everything is okay, but it's good to be open and see what we can learn and how can we evolve. We are all about evolution, and we are all about the purest fuel for transformation that we have from Pluto, the 54 and the 4th line. So it's such a beautiful, beautiful period for us. Very, very, it's an opportunity. Pluto is in the 4th line. It's an opportunity for huge transformation. So yes, we are recognized by higher forces that give us these lessons about love, and let's recognize them in the lesson. And in addition to that, in the 21st and the almost 11 GMT, 23 GMT, we're going to experience the channel of awakening. This is an integration projected channel that shows us that our awakening needs to be recognized in the now. We can't really know that we are awakened, and now we have these forces that recognize us, and we can really have the expression, the expression of this self-love, the expression of this self-empowerment in the now, in the throat, through the throat. So this is another opportunity. It's a week of opportunities. And afterwards, the moon moves from the 20th gate directly into the gate of skills, the 16th gate of enthusiasm, and creates with Jupiter the channel of talent. So the brainwave, it is not the brainwave, it is wavelength. It's the wavelength, the channel of talent, the splenic wisdom, the well, the black magical wisdom will have an outlet in the throat and express itself as talent. So this is also 10 beautiful hours that we have to, and it's interesting, it's when the 15th and the 10th will be in the 4th line, so we'll be talented in our network. So this is our neutrino week, and it's all about love and direction. We know that the G Center is all about love and direction. Our identity is built out of love and direction, these two aspects of the G Center. And we know that we can't separate them. So whenever we find our love, it might change our direction. And when we are heading to a new direction, we might find love. And it's all about fractal lines. It's all about surrendering to the trajectory we already have built inside of us. And the minute that we stop interfering in what's correct for us, then we are back on the track, and we meet the correct people in the correct directions, and we have this opportunity to meet humanity and meet ourselves and experience love. Bye-bye. Have a great week, and happy birthday to some very, very dear people that I really love that have their sun in the 15th gate. Bye-bye.